Okay, hi, good to see you guys again.
Hi, good to see you again.
Okay, so now, with public demand,
Oh, public demand, really.
every day we do residential review.
Correct.
So today we're going to do something different.
We got our audience asking us, hey, can do something different like commercial or industrial. No?
So what's the difference between commercial and industrial?
Okay, commercial basically is more of retail, offices, this term as commercial and your shop houses. Now, industrial, of course, we have the light industrial and, of course, the heavy industry as well. We call the B1, which is the light industrial. B2 is the heavy industry.
Okay, so basically these kind of investments are alternative investments. So sometimes, after you actually purchase some of your residential, right, because due to ABSD, you're still looking for investment.
Yep. As this is also for foreigners as well. All right. If I don't want to pay the 60% ABSD, this is where I also can consider as buying as an investment.
So a lot of foreigners are avoiding the residential because they have to pay like 60% ABSD, right? So they'd rather buy a commercial or industrial where they can still, get to invest, make some money. So again, this is a different segment of investment.
And this year we have one interesting product that is by CapitaLand.
Oh, so what project you think you want to introduce today?
All right, it's an industrial, but it's also this we call a central kitchen, or it's a food factory.
So today we're going to review this place called
Gourmet Xchange.
Gourmet Xchange.
Yeah. So if you were to see, this is the artist impression of the whole Gourmet Xchange. Industrial is no longer like last time our parents' era. Is very rundown, it's messy. But you can see right now this central kitchen, or we call the food factory itself, is super, super nice because this is also as a walkway that is to the park connector.
Okay.
All right, not only you work, you also can actually play as well. So this project is leasehold, all right? So when you collect your keys of your property that you buy, you will balance with 30 years. So the land is actually starting from 33 years.
Okay, so for this kind of industrial investments, they have 30 years, 60 year, 99 year, freeholds, but the price will vary a lot.
Correct. So every tenure will attract different pool of buyers and investors as well.
Okay, so what do we actually do at the Gourmet Xchange?
So if that is for preparation of food, or you can actually use it as your central kitchen. You have a lot of different kiosks outside, like our Mr. Coconut, like our Chaji. All these are prepared in your central kitchen. Then you distribute out into your kiosk or your smaller restaurants.
So as an investor, when I buy this, so what do I do with it?
As an investor, if you buy this, you are able to rent to people using, dealing with food as well. And because, after pandemic, all this is actually pandemic proof, recession proof. Because at the end of the day, everybody got to eat right. Every day you have to eat right. So I think it's a recession proof.
Okay, so I think this kind of investments are also, because food, F&B, they're very fast moving. Okay, so this money that they have, they actually don't want to buy. They choose to rent.
And also, government has 2030 vision. Because right now, if we don't grow our own food, mostly are imported. So right now, we are standing at about 10% that we are own production. Government, by 2030, they are targeting to have 30%.
Okay. So for this kind of businesses, if they have $1 million, they rather go open 1 or 2 more outlets, right? They don't want to go and buy. So that's the reason why you can actually rent it to this category of buyers.
Especially MNC people, they usually don't buy, but they want to rent this central kitchen to actually prepare their food. All right, as mentioned, this development is by our renowned developer, CapitaLand. And of course, also it comes with 264 units and 8 heritage terraces. And tenure is 33 years from 17 February 2025.
It's located in Kallang.
And it's a good location because we are in the RCR. So distribution of food to anywhere in Singapore, you are in the central location. If you were to see the site map, as mentioned, we are just by the river also. Not only residential is by the river, this is also by the river. And we are surrounded, by all the expressway. Be it the PIE, KPE, all this. So your accessibility definitely is there. And our site is standing quite big on cross-junction of Aljunied Road as well to Kallang Way. So usually developer will want to look at residential zoning because that is where they are able to acquire their employees. So we are surrounded by the Aljunied residential zone. So this will be the site map, as you can see. Our regular shaped plot of land, and surrounding us are all residential zoning as well.
So you must have residents because you need employees. You must have convenience as well.
Correct. Okay, so if you were to see also taken from the opposite HDB, this is the actual site. So as I mentioned, these 8 heritage terraces will be conserved. Okay, later I'll talk a little bit more on this 8 terraces. There will be also a bridge that the developer will need to build to cut across the park connector. So for the accessibility, residential zoning, and of course, bus stops and MRT. So from the heritage terraces, you will see on the main road, this is mixed component.
Oh, mixed.
Yep. So it's not only pure industrial. There's a mixed component that the developer already paid a land betterment charge. This will be a commercial restaurant.
Oh, so all these conserve, is it for sale or is it managed by the developer?
It's for sale. So for the terraces, it's for sale. So you are able to prepare food in your kitchen and you are able to also do a retailer as a restaurant to serve walk-in clients. And it comprises of three story, second level and a third story. But the second and third story is for your production area as well. The other thing we want to highlight on this development is you seldom can get 20, 40 footer container that is able to access and ramp up to your unit.
Yeah, because a lot of times when they were to tenants or even buyers, when they buy this location, tenants rent this location, they always ask, how many footer can we park or go up, So I think having this is important.
Yeah, because your raw food all from Malaysia mostly. So these are the 20 footer container that will need a lot of storage. So this is where the developer has built for the first 3 story. It's accessible by the 20 and 40 footer container truck. And of course, if you are on the upper level, it's also ramp up as well. Loading, unloading at your doorstep is also able to allow 24 footer truck to be able to ramp up.
Okay, so for this kind of development, so you can see, right, by right, as a buyer, as an investor, you will notice that usually the ground floor, the second level, third floor is usually more expensive.
Yeah, so we are the opposite of residential. Residential is higher, the higher you go, more expensive, right? Industrial and commercial is the lower you are, it's more expensive than the upper level because you don't want to ramp up. At the end of the day, your food orders is all messy. Let's zoom in onto the heritage terrace floor plan. Also, as I mentioned, the ground floor unit, these are already deemed as restaurant. So for your restaurant, you have your staircase that is able to accessible to your second and third level, which if you don't need the upper level, you are able to lease out as well. And you are able to serve the walk-in clients. These are all will be glass frontage as well. So the visibility is towards the Aljunied Road, which is bird's eye view in terms of people traveling along Aljunied Road.
And getting a F&B license is very tough in Singapore.
Agree.
So this is a very good investment for those who are doing F&B. You can actually buy for your own use. Okay, you can serve the residents, the workers around, okay, the community around, or you can also rent out to F&Bs.
So if you go zoom into the second level, this is your B1 production area where you can actually prepare your food. Then you can serve your people on the downstairs. Of course, people will say, hey, there's no lift, ma. Then how do I bring the food? You can actually put a lift elevator, a food elevator, sorry.
This is very common for a lot of shop houses. They're actually building this inside the shop house itself.
And of course, this pricing developer haven't say how much. Roughly you think how much, right?
This is what, 2,000 over square feet?
Yeah.
Well, I have no idea.
I reckon will be about 6 million about there.
Plus,
6 million plus. So if you are a person that, you want to look something to add onto your portfolio as an alternative investment or you are an end user, I think this is something that you can get yourself with because there's only 8 units.
The license is the most important.
Yeah. Okay, so we see on the floor plans, just to give you an idea, this will be your 8 heritage terraces. Okay. And of course, this orange one, this will be about very big floor plate. About 7,000 square feet and above.
7,000 square feet. And is the ceiling very high?
Ceiling is high as well. Ceiling is about 7 meters as well.
Wow, 7 meters.
And of course, the most important is, of course, people will ask, hey, do I have my car park space or this? This one, the car park space and the loading area belongs to you.
So it's just outside your unit.
Now, majority of the industrial right now, they don't give you the car park area. It belongs to the common area, but right now it actually belongs to your unit.
So as you can see, there's 5,000 over square feet, 7,000 over square feet. It's a range of different unit sizes.
So as I mentioned, on the second floor, 20 and 40 footer is able to ramp up. So immediately you can actually load and unload your goods. So your container is able to park there. You don't need to book a loading area on the ground floor. If there's limited unloading area, you have your own space.
That's good.
So over here, you also can park your 24-footer truck. And of course, boss has your own car, right? You can have your boss car over there as
So
well.
typically like 3 different types of parking.
Yeah, but so if you don't have any container during that day, here can easily park 4 to 5 cars.
Wow.
These are our typical units on 4th floor onwards. This is about 3,000 over square feet.
Yeah. So for the SMEs, right? So your production is not so big, but you want to get something smaller. It's all on the upper floors.
Yep. So as an investor as well, you can buy one unit. You can actually cut into smaller unit as we could deem it as the club kitchen or the ghost kitchen as well to sublet to smaller player. Like if I like to bake cake and I'm online, but my home electricity is not enough for the conventional oven, then I will rent this type of space.
So it's 3,000 over square feet.
So just now, as I mentioned, those typical units, 3,000 over square feet, we'll be reckoning looking at about 3 over million, 300 million and above. Okay, it's from our 4th floor to the 10th story. Okay, but 10th story, there is no unit. Developer has catered this to a heavy vehicle parking area.
Even more parking.
This is for people that has heavy vehicle parking, because if you do know, usually right now there isn't a lot of place to park your vehicle.
Yes.
I heard developer is also selling the whole HVB.
Wow.
But I don't know how much yet. We are awaiting now. Who are the people that are looking into this kind of investment? So who usually buy this type of heavy vehicle parking really is investor. Why? Because they rent out to people. The lot is not to actually park their vehicle. It's to register your heavy vehicle parking. So you want to buy a lorry, right? You need to have a lot first before you can buy a lorry. So it's not the typical lorry, it's the heavy duty.
So these are all licensed.
These are all.
So you probably see family officers, what do you call businesses, they will invest in this kind of asset class.
Yep. So if you're really, really keen, this one you got to write in to ask from developer how much is the price. So
you can always DM us and then we'll share more.
you DM us, then we'll share with you. CapitaLand is really, really confident on this product because why? They have actually put in 368 million on this plot of land. Which is an extensive amount.
Okay, so when will this project be actually be released, for sale? Or
So we'll be having a preview on the 27th February onwards, and probably our target launch will be on the 13th March.
Okay, so it's a very short time. So you can always let us know if you're keen on this. Right?
So we have a sales gallery at the actual site. All right, we'll be using terraces as a mock-up unit where you're able to see how a cloud kitchen looks like. So to summarize the whole development, I know it's something that is new. You all don't really always get used to it. Just visit the sales gallery, but we actually sum it all in the unique selling point. First of all, why actually this piece of development you're able to purchase? Because of the renowned developer called CapitaLand. Second is the centralized location. It's not the far north or the far west. It's really at a central location. And it's able to allow 20-40 footer container to ramp up to the 3rd story. Okay? And you have a direct loading in front of your unit, which is very good. Fast in, fast out. Because dealing with food, they always want one fast in, fast out. And the developer is giving very high power supply. So you have any equipment, really no issue to cater to your machinery power capacity. And of course, usually they want high ceiling because I'm able to do storage space for all my goods or the products. Okay. And lastly, of course, developer is doing a solar panel at the roof to reduce the future power consumption.
I think this kind of development is very interesting because it's seldom you get a chance to even get the chance to buy. Because this kind of buildings are usually owned by the developers or REITs. They will rent it out and then they will sell it as a building, right? So now having to buy strata, I think it's an opportunity for some of the investors.
So if you don't have any industrial or commercial in your portfolio, this is something probably you can consider.
Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed our review for this industrial gourmet.
Yep. And of course, if this one don't suit you, doesn't matter because we have another one which is B1 Light Industrial Freehold walking distance to MRT station, which is coming out soon.
Okay, so I want to thank our developers, for actually having us, to basically to market all these projects for them.
So hope to see you at the sales gallery.
See you guys then.
All right, bye bye.